Welcome back to Resistance Chicks. Oh, we're going to Britain because we're going to save Tommy Robinson. Alright, it is May 11th, 2017. Today is a Thursday.
Yes, Tommy Robinson was arrested.
In the middle of the stinking night.
Exactly, yesterday morning at 4 a.m.
This isn't the first time he's been arrested in the middle of the night.
Right, so I want to take you to the Rebel Media, right here.
So it's 4 a.m. Your wife and your kids are asleep upstairs.
Doesn't get bigger.
The police barge into your house. What could you possibly have done wrong? Have you committed terrorism, violent theft, robbery? How about filming outside a courthouse? Because that's exactly what Tommy Robinson did yesterday. He was filming a court case about a Muslim rape gang who had dragged a young girl into one of their shops and violently raped her. And now Tommy has been making the police uncomfortable for the last few months because he's been reporting on stories that the mainstream media refuse to cover, and he's been using petitions and using our audience to demand justice. Look at our Justice for Chelsea campaign. It's working. And they decided to come after him and to silence him once again, something they've done for years. But let's make this the last time. This is the last time they're going to get away with this. Because if you share this video, send it to your friends, send it to your family, post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, do anything you can, because sharing is working. The police don't realize how powerful all of this can be when we come together and fight for justice.
Exactly.
Now, whether you're on the left or the right, whether you agree or disagree with Tommy, if you care about free speech, freedom of press, and the fundamentals of human rights and justice, then please share this video. And if you have $1 or £1 or anything to spare, head over to savetommy.com, because we're getting a lawyer in place, and we're going to save him, and we're going to fight for this. Thank you.
So, Tommy is out, but he actually has to go back and appear before the judge in May. And I wanted to show you just a clip here that he took
right before he was getting arrested.
0432, and the police are at my house. And I'm being arrested for going to a court case in Canterbury and trying to video the Muslim paedophiles. So, and I look tired.
Yes, you do.
So, he is out, but I have to tell you that Tommy Robinson and Britain First, maybe you guys don't, maybe some people don't like their tactics or their language. You've got different, Britain First takes like this real great Christian, Christian country, and Tommy Robinson, he kind of goes at it. His edges, I think, have been a bit softened over the years.
Right.
He's very articulate. He really gets to the point.
He's so intelligent and he knows his stuff.
Exactly. I want to play a clip here. If you don't know who Tommy Robinson is, just Google him, watch some of his videos. He stands up right over here. Especially watch this Justice for Chelsea.
And share the heck out of that.
It's so heartbreaking. We actually covered this in our live feed. We didn't cover it enough.
Any furniture or anything like that in the bedroom.
She was gang raped.
I've jumped up and
it was proven. She went to, she got one of those rape kits. It was proven that 6 men had raped her.
They're not going to be able to hear you.
And they arrested men and they all went out on bail.
Right.
I was beaten quite badly on the staircase.
By how many?
There was, how I got out was, he opened the door and he let another man in, and I knew I needed to get out of that bedroom then, so I ran out. And he kicked us down the flight of stairs and then dragged us up by my hair, had us pinned against him, and I just remember being on the bottom floor now, near where the front door is. And there was more people there, I'm not sure on numbers, but I was told there was another 3 downstairs.
When you've got out of the house, there's a witness to this?
Yeah, a lady that lives in the same street.
And she saw them chasing you?
She seen them drag us back in and me fighting my way back out.
So she saw them dragging you?
By my hair.
By your hair?
Yeah.
Back into the house?
There are witnesses. She's got a rape kit.
I think it was about 2 o'clock on the afternoon. And the police, like the lady was crying. She says, we strongly advise you to come to the Reach Sexual Assault Clinic to be given a full
The
body
police
medical.
woman was even crying to see what kind of shape she was in.
Injuries would be photographed and measured, and swabs would be taken morning after pill, and where you will get your appointments to be checked over for AIDS and stuff like that. So I went and got it, thinking it would get all the evidence they needed.
All the evidence.
That there was 2 counts of sperm, but only one could be used because it was internal. Yeah, they went down the same day. Well, they went down September the 5th and arrested six men.
6 men who were Syrian and Iraqis?
Yeah.
They were then released on bail and moved to a safe house?
Yeah, they were released on bail.
They were moved to a safe house.
They lived on bail 3 times.
Yeah.
But she wasn't put in a safe house.
Yeah, there's multiple witnesses.
Multiple witnesses.
Yeah, like including me auntie, who would obviously say in the state I was in. Someone who was finishing night shift who was driving down and seen us clinging onto like a rail and screaming for help. There's the neighbour who heard the scream and looked out the window and seen them chasing us down the street. There's the lady who lives 2 streets behind where it happened who heard screaming. But the lady who lives 2 streets behind didn't go back and take a statement from her.
They haven't even been and taken a statement.
And that's crucial evidence that they've just forgotten about.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we could play this entire video.
And so it goes on. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to link to this video. But the point is that Tommy Robinson is bringing this stuff to the forefront when no one else is. The BBC doesn't care. None of the UK news agencies care. Because these are working class people. Right. And I guess that's all I can think is that, and they are so good at covering up pedophiles. They're so good. The judges themselves don't care about rapists because in my opinion, if you don't care about rapists, then you are one. Yeah. If you don't care about pedophilia, then you are one. And so Tommy and Britain First they're
blazing the trail. They are right out front, putting their own lives on the line.
It's over and over and over again, and it is the Islamic guys coming in. It is these migrants who are coming in.
These are not other British men doing these attacks. Now, granted, you're going to have that always will have been.
But there is
the influx that this is happening right now. It is all Muslim, Islamic, refugees, immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them.
CBS reporter who was in Egypt reporting on the Arab Spring, and everybody's celebrating, and they got around her. The Muslims got around her in a circle because it is a Muslim thing to do
to gang rape
women who especially don't have a headscarf on. If you don't have a headscarf on,
you're free game.
You are free game, and that is
in the Quran.
Well, it's not actually in the Quran.
Okay. Well, okay. Let me preface that. You're correct. What Islam does is they take things that are in the Quran and and a lot of religions do this, and they create an ideology around that is just as much as if it were in the Quran, right, for it to be, you know what I mean? So in Islam it is okay according to their, I don't even know what you call it. It's not a Bible, but according to the Quran. Well, they have so many different
sects of Muslims. Right. They have different rules and different laws, and especially like in Iran, it's an unwritten rule that if you go out, you might be raped. Right. It's not so much that you might be raped, you can be raped, you should be raped.
And Tommy exposes this obviously way more articulately than we do, and people call him a white supremacist, they call him a racist, they call him every name in the book, when really he's just calling out Islamic terror.
No, I want to play just a minute here.
You can read the
Why are you trying to break his...
Everybody kept calling him a white supremacist in all the news magazine. He went and confronted them and said, "What? Tell me where."
Camera, why are you trying to break his camera? Why are you trying to break his camera? Why have you broken his camera? Let's go upstairs and talk. Come on, Julia.
And Harash Rafiq, the Chief Executive of Quilliam, joins us now, as does Tommy Robinson. Mr. Robinson, let me come to you first. I mean, you often complain that you're portrayed as much more extreme than you say you are. But do you think bursting into an office like that and ending up in a bit of a fracas helps in the kind of image you want to portray?
The doors were open. I was very polite. I walked in with one cameraman and asked a simple question. Now, bearing in mind that the lady in her article had called me a white supremacist, in the last 2 weeks I've had to go to 4 different companies' premises who have all run headlines that are complete lies. And for me, this isn't just about me. This is about people who support me. It's about working class people at home who have been pigeonholed as extremists, as racist, as far right, when they're not. They're genuine concerns and fears.
Quilliam's purpose, though, is to counter extremism. shouldn't you really be on the same side? If you are what you say you are?
If Quilliam is what they say they are. Now, Quilliam's named after a man who was pro-caliphate, who wanted polygamy, who supported the Maha, who were fighting in Sudan, who were a caliphate organisation, the same as ISIS. Which I have to ask questions as to why Quilliam's named after him. Why is it not named after true reformers? Mohammed Taha, who was killed in 1985, he's a true reformer who wanted to take the extremism and the violence out of the
doubt it does a lot of work to promote moderation, do you?
Well, it seems that only people in that office who wear shirts and ties are allowed to have an opinion. Everyone else is called far-right or extremist.
But, you know, you've had group photos with, you've attended rallies, you've tweeted endorsements of groups like Britain First.
I've reported on a Britain First demonstration, as I've reported on Muslim demonstrations. I'm now doing reporting for Rebel Media, so of course I'm going to go to these organisations. I'm going to try and the reason I'm going, and I have to go, is because the truth is not being relayed to the people at home. The mainstream media, whether it be the BBC, they're all reporting fake news. They're lying to people. Quilliam, since this has happened, Quilliam have come out lying to people about what happened. And when the video goes online, it shows the complete opposite. I was not there bullying. I was not intimidating. I was asking a simple question, and the reason I'd done that.
But you were trespassing.
Trespass. There was no keep out signs. There was an open door and an open office. I walked into the office. Now, if we want to talk about that, I think we should be talking about what that lady said.
Well, let me come to that in a minute. But I mean, you recently retweeted a Britain First video about fake news, media lies and distortion. That by association, it does associate you.
I recently retweeted an article on ISIS. It doesn't associate me with them.
What was the article pro ISIS?
No, it was showing the facts about ISIS.
Right. Well,
this video was showing the facts about the media's lies about what's happening on our streets.
It's the facts as seen by a hard right group.
But that's nothing to do with me. Again, I'm not here to talk about that. I'll be here to talk about myself and the demonisation of people like me by liberal elitists, by media.
And here they are using... You know, obviously you're going to have some crazy people in each organization.
Sure, absolutely.
But the leaders of the Britain First are not crazy people.
No.
Okay? They are fighting for their country, and I really appreciate what they do. And the fact that he's maligning them is just not fair.
Right.
You know, and I appreciate Tommy is incredibly articulate, and he speaks really fast, and he knows his facts. And just keep him up in your prayers, and pray that he continues to be able to go out and get the
and pray for his family, because this has got to take a toll. If you're the wife of somebody that's putting, you know, pretty much their life and your life on the line every single day,
you may not like the way he does it, but I don't like the way the mainstream media covers things either. And at least he's covering the truth.
Absolutely.
And a lot of you like the way he covers the news. So.
Yes.
You know.
And so, yeah, we are definitely praying for Tommy. Thank you to everybody that sent this to us. There were so many of you. I can't name you all. Barry and Justin and several of you like that. So, thank you.
Free Tommy!
Free Tommy! Yes.
Okay, guys.
All right, you guys. This is Leah Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it is not just a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And share this. Share the heck out of this one. We love you. God loves you. God bless.
Yes.
I was called